Well, I woke up this morning and I noticed that the hashtag Leave Kawhi Alone was trending in Canada. And, as we all know, the Raptors are in the spotlight right now, especially Kawhi. And he is being spotted everywhere in Toronto right now. Here he is at Niagara Falls with his daughter. Look at this crowd of people. Like, he can't go anywhere.
No, he's the biggest celebrity in the country right now. He could run for prime minister. He would win instantaneously.
Here he is at Home Depot getting boxes, which of course stirred the pot of whether he's staying or leaving. Is he moving somewhere? Is he packing up? Here he is at a restaurant.
I hate those type of selfies, by the way. I told you this before the show. Maybe I sound like I'm complaining here, but like, if you're going to take a photo of somebody, go up and ask, just go up, be a man about it. Well, that's a man. I mean, be a woman, be a man about it and say, hey, you mind if we snap a photo? This type of selfie where you just sneak attack it.
Yeah.
Maybe your argument is, hey, I'm not bothering him or whatever. But just look at the way it ends up looking. I mean,
he looks all sad. It's blurry. Like it's
not a good look.
No.
Okay, so the hashtag emerges. Leave Kawhi alone. He's trying to do his thing around Toronto, do some sightseeing. Chances are he's going to travel back home for the offseason, regardless of his decision as far as what team he wants to sign with. So he's trying to get some tourism in before he goes back.
I think he's trying to get a glimpse of what life in Toronto will be like in the offseason especially, and it'll play a factor in his decision. Yeah.
Well, I think it's important to say as well that there's nothing wrong with showing love.
No.
So Toronto loves this guy, right? For obvious reasons. He brings a title. And you want to clap, you want to show that love, that's okay. But I think the hashtag is more addressing the kind of over-the-top stuff, the kind of excessive version of that. Like, there is still an etiquette that comes along with it of potentially asking for a photo instead of just snapping it. Like all of a sudden everybody's paparazzi. Or at the Jays game, for example, because he showed up at the Jays game as well, he got a big clap when he showed up, but then they put it on a big screen as well. And it was a lot of tension coming his way. And, the truth of the matter is he's a bit of a different, he's slightly introverted, kind of a bit of a different personality in the sense where you have a hard time gauging how much attention he wants. Now, granted, I feel like he's opened up a lot recently, post-parade. I feel like he's kind of overcome some of that. I also feel like he's embracing it to a certain degree, as you can see here on the bus. So it's hard for us to know, Jack, how much he likes or doesn't like it. If you saw him at the Jays game, like, I'm sure he doesn't like the box pictures. I mean, that's obviously very weird. He's at Home Depot just trying to buy some boxes over here. But at the same time, I think he's a smart guy. I think he probably understands here what's going on. People it's a lot of love. So I hope he understands that. But I also understand the hashtag as well, which is like, basically, it's not leave Kawhi alone completely because that would be impossible. But it's more bring some class, know some etiquette around it, give a little bit of space.
Yeah, don't be the reason that he doesn't sign here. Like, don't go overboard.
Just don't be obnoxious in general. Not even just in this particular subject, but just in general, right? Be cool. Be cool about it. Because it's still a person at the end of the day. It's not a, it's not an attraction. It's not a walking attraction. It's still a person. They got to ingest all of this and like go to bed at night and have a family, and they got to eat with their family, and they got to go. And this is one area where I feel like people are like, yeah, but they get billions of dollars, so I don't care. It's like, no, I'm talking about how you represent you. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about your own class, your own setup for how you behave. That's the thing you can control. And I don't know if it's a fair comparison, but like any circumstance I've been in which there's a celebrity or something like this, I'm thinking as much about how do I want to carry myself in this moment.
Yeah, exactly.
As, oh, wait, how should they treat me? What do I deserve? Like, I'm doing the two things, just like any relationship in life. Like, how do I want to carry myself? How do I want to approach this situation? And I think if Torontonians do the same thing, it's going to be good results.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, put a mirror on yourself. Like, how are you behaving right now?
Exactly.
And are you proud of that?
Exactly.
Like, don't just live through your phone and assume that's where the real world lives. It's like, no, it's right in front of you. This is how you're behaving.
Yeah.
You're a grown man or woman. And
flip the lens around back on you. Flip
the
lens around back on you.
Yeah.
Imagine that you're in that situation, and your behavior will adjust if you're able to do that. So that's my feeling there. But I will say, just to defend Toronto a little bit here, it's been a long time. No championship.
Yeah.
They want to show love. Yeah. You hate to tell people not to show love, but there is a way to do it. That's my opinion on the matter.